Hello and welcome to this week's episode of BenchTime. Today's topic is that which is at the bottom of the screen because I can't be bothered to change it every single time. Hope you enjoy and good night.
Yeah, I haven't got anything else. There we go. I think that's the.
Thanks for doing the melody on that.
You're
one.
welcome.
Good,
I actually have quite a high pitched voice. It's
you got a good singing voice, right?
I wouldn't go that far. You can't really. I know I'm talented, but you don't have to.
You're very talented.
Exactly. You didn't like it. He didn't. I didn't. He's trying his best.
It's hard to light a cigarette with holding a microphone.
There's there is business to attend to at the moment. See, I'm going to be smart and stick it in between my legs.
See, that would work if this wasn't the first ever recorded video episode of.
Shit! I forgot. Oh.
This is brought to you by Mayfairs. Die young.
And feel good about it.
All right. Okay. Since Fred is busy, I will introduce the first. I will introduce the first. The name of the episode today. It is on human nature. So this is gonna be the most pompous A-level politics shit.
I mean. Sorry, I'm dying at the moment. This is not good. But I think human nature. It could be anything. It's whatever. It's whatever you want it to be and what you fundamentally see. Because what we learn about in school is just from a select group of thinkers from different things used to make sure you do well in some kind of subject that is all structured and it all has something based off, and it's all just kind of bullshit.
I think it does a good job of covering all the bases of kind of.
I think it does a better job of
certain thought. We do politics, so we don't do like philosophy and whatnot and like RE and shit.
Well, the philosophy would have been very interesting because I've always been attracted to that kind of.
Yeah, I do like philosophy.
The way it's just something that is just very fundamental. I think everyone should kind of have a bit of a grasp of philosophy in some way. I think generally people do,
but it's like not as in. It like people have their own philosophies, but it's not like an educated philosophy in a sense where you look at like thinkers which help mold your views.
But I think that's
which is equally as valid.
Because each of those thinkers kind of made up their own ideas.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't they?
I mean, they were
on human nature,
it's
what human nature should be from their own personal experiences, which is what we've all got. So, I guess that begs the question: what is your view on human nature?
All right. Okay. So we picked this topic because this is like the only thing we could think of that me and Fred actually disagree on.
It's not necessarily disagreeing.
I'd say personally.
It's just we see because
I'd go as far to say as we both have an optimistic view on it.
Yeah, but I remember you saying you think it's bullshit. I remember you specifically saying you don't believe that human nature is a thing or something like that. I remember
human nature. I don't think there's a definitive, broad statement you can say on human nature apart from the fact that when it comes back to primal, for me, human nature is a primal need to kind of.
See, I agree with you.
It's like primal need to succeed in and like I guess. Squirt your jeans out and fucking succeed against your peers. You know that's.
Well,
like,
I guess that's more. That's just that. That is human nature.
That's what I'd say it would be.
Animalistic nature.
Yeah, because I don't think it's like every human is naturally benevolent or rational or anything like that. I think that's all.
Not at all. I think that is completely a product of your environment and what you are taught. Actually.
Yeah.
Which.
Well, yeah. I mean, personally, it's like for me, it boils down to selfishness. Not in a bad way, because I was talking to Josh about this, and it's like.
Oh, so selfish.
Yeah, the selfishness.
So, okay, yeah. So, do you think humans are inherently
I
selfish?
think humans are inherently selfish, but I don't think that's a bad thing.
I agree with you.
I wouldn't. Selfishness is the best word I could use to, like, I couldn't think of a different word which doesn't have negative connotations as selfishness. I think it's more, wanting to succeed independently, or just not even independently, but by your own metric of what succeeding is. It's just kind of getting ahead, I guess. That's the kind of main one, or just doing what you want to do.
Preserve your own survival and your own joy and your own happiness.
Yeah. I mean, for me, that's what it is, and it's
a very important thing. It's the only thing that actually keeps us all afloat, and as much as people are able, I guess, because we as humans are able to put our fellow man ahead still, regardless of our want to push ourselves forward. You also want to push other people forward. I mean, some people think like that, some people don't. I am very much someone who likes to push people forward other than myself, because I guess that's just how maybe because that comes down to your own self-value and your own self-esteem. This is the thing. So human nature has become a lot more warped, I would say.
I think in terms of like altruism and stuff like that, if you do something, anything you do, you'll gain some semblance of value out of.
Yeah.
It's like if you give away money with no benefit, you do get a benefit as you feel good about yourself, or that money went somewhere good. So even if you do something completely...
So you're a good person.
So yeah, either you're a good person or it helped people, which makes you feel happy. There's nothing that's like...
Yeah, so I guess it does in itself push you forward.
Yeah.
But just in a different kind, maybe not in a materialistic sense, but in a... Well, no, in a materialistic sense, you're losing something. But in an actual, I guess, more potentially spiritual and actual...
Yeah, because I think our culture's defined a lot by, in terms of success, it's not like material success. It is material success, and we don't really prioritize. It's like they seem as kind of mute. If you have material success, you will inevitably be spiritually fulfilled. That's the mantra that everyone pushes. Like adverts, you see like, you get this, you'll be happy in this aspect of your life. This will make
it's like,
you...
if you get these shoes, then you're gonna be able to run faster than everyone else, or you get this specific T-shirt and you look cooler than everyone else, or you buy the specific food and you'll be healthier, which is, a bit more factful.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of the time.
Yeah,
I guess when it comes to food, it's a bit different because what's bad for you as well. But I guess if you choose a shoe and that's technically bad for something as well. Else, I guess it all kind of turns into...
Yeah, because I've got shoes. I've got a Nike shoe. That's like that product of child labour, almost definitely.
All 100 fans especially.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's it's. I think it depends. I think we tend to just be oblivious to most things because
we're so far disconnected from certain
it's all stuff like
events.
That. Yeah.
Like, we are so, especially here in the UK, we are especially us, we are quite disconnected from...
Yeah, I mean, because we don't make anything in this country. We don't actually manufacture shit. All the shit we manufacture is like a £10 sort of sausage roll that you can buy in a farmer's market. It's
Greg's,
not like...
Greg's, don't. Greg's, not that I've ever been to a Greg's, but I've heard I actually have never ever been to a Greg's before. I've never ever.
You look like a Greg's kind of guy.
I know I look like a Greg's kind of guy, and I'm not a Greg's kind of guy, and I don't know why, because it's not part of my human nature to go and better myself with a Greg's sausage roll.
I don't know if that's bettering yourself, but I don't know.
Well, I think it's fattening myself, actually, which is a bit different. But it's like, though, it's indulging in nice things again to make you
good. I mean, if you want to be comfortable and stuff, and that's just natural, right? But
everyone wants to be comfortable, and everyone wants to live comfortably.
Yeah, I don't know, but anyway, what's your view of human nature would be?
I guess it's definitely more optimistic.
Yeah.
It is 100%.
A lot more optimistic than mine.
100% more optimistic than yours. I believe that everyone is fully capable of doing good and recognizing Well, not everyone, but a large, you know, if we're not talking about psychopaths here. But
no, I'd say that too. I'd agree that everyone's capable of doing good stuff and capable of
equally
wanting to do good things for the sake of just doing something good. But I think, you know, for me, it kind of boils down to people do those things for a specific reason. For a specific,
yeah.
Which for me, that just makes it easier to assess things. Like, you know, it's like what we learned about in bloody politics with, you know, the veil of ignorance, right?
Yeah.
You know, John Rawls basically was like, you know, if you were born, if you're born in a nice place, you could equally likely have been born in the poorest possible family in the country.
Yeah.
So therefore, you'd want to invest into equality of opportunity and pay tax and get better schools and education for the entire country because you could have been in that position.
You could have, yeah.
And I think that kind of view of using selfishness in, as I've said, in not like I need this kind of selfishness, but like, you know, I want to be okay, and that could have not been okay, but just for the sake of that, I'm using that kind of selfishness to better the society.
Yeah.
Because that's how humans work, in my mind. You know what I mean?
But the fact is, again, because when you're born into something, and it's good, you were still disconnected from all the bad things that are around you, and you're shielded from it. You're shielded from all those things that your parents don't want you to see because they know it's bad. So it's I guess it's difficult when you're younger to go out your way to try and be like, yes, let's make society better, because I could have been that person. But you don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't know, so you can't just be like,
yeah. But I feel like, I mean, you know, as you get older, and like, you know, by our age, I think most people would be able to make that distinction.
Yeah.
If you've kind of had the time to kind of think about stuff.
I guess.
I mean, obviously everyone's had different worldviews and different experiences, but I feel like most, at our age, you're capable of fully understanding where you are and what could have happened and what people are experiencing across the world.
Yeah, exactly. And what situations you all could have been in.
Yeah.
At this moment, but that doesn't necessarily, I guess, push you forward, because I guess it could also be like, haha, fuck you, I'm not that person.
Yeah, and I feel like
people fall into that very easily because it is the easier option, isn't it?
Yeah, I think because that's
human nature is all based off taking the easy path. A lot of it is. It takes a lot of willpower to suddenly be like, no, I recognise this is bad.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It takes a lot to overcome that kind of wall.
Because you're not going to do that for anything other than self-benefit. Like, you know, people don't take the easy path because they know it's like, you know, going to university for 8 years. You don't do that. You do that because you know in the end you'll be better off.
Well, yeah, but if you're trying to be a doctor,
yeah,
and you know everyone else in the 3 years, who the fuck knows what they. But I guess going into a specific field like that, you know what you're gonna.
Yeah, you wouldn't like
most likely come out of, because I don't think you'll go to uni for 7 years and not expect to come out of that, you know, employed.
Yeah, exactly.
Doing something to do with medicine.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you know, that's...
And I would not regard that as an easy path at all. But it's a very necessary one.
For some people it is, yeah.
Like, a medicine was that whole point of it is to save people's lives, isn't it? It's to put other people... It's like the Hippocratic Oath. You help everyone regardless of of their views and what they think.
Yeah, and can you cause harm if you're a medic as well?
No.
You can't.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
It's solely about saving people's lives, regardless of how many bad things those people have done.
It's like the start of Monster. You know what I mean?
What? When he saves the kid?
When he saves the kid instead of the...
It's not Gunther. It's not.
No, he saves. Johan.
Johan, yeah. This is an anime that was out in the
2004.
No, I think it was 90s. The animation is more 90s.
I thought it was
2004. No, that's like Code Geass and stuff.
Yeah, I'm probably chatting on my balls.
No, actually, no, it might have been 2004.
Can I look it up?
Yeah, all right. Let me open my box.
All right. Well, yeah. Anyway, this is a bit redundant, but yeah, it's, you know, that's a fucking good show. But yeah.
Please don't fizzle.
But yeah. Anyway, what's he doing?
Nothing.
Why are you whispering? Why are you whispering?
I'm just whispering to the bottle.
Is it giving you good luck?
Not really.
Yeah, Fred's going through it a little bit now.
I think it's the opposite probably at the moment.
Do you in times of like it was published in 2002.
Was it? Well, the manga, but I guess when was the
the manga started in 1994, and then the anime was 2002, I think.
But yeah, I mean, it's based off this guy, Tenma, the doctor,
saving. First episode was 2004.
Saving this little kid over the mayor of the city. Because he had to make a moral judgment call.
Well, yeah, because I mean, the kid came to him first, and then the higher ups of the hospital
and then
were like,
you must save the mayor. The mayor.
And then he just was like, "Fuck off," and then save the kid, and then the kid went on to
kill a bunch of people. It turns out to be a massive psychopath. Yeah.
Yeah, and like the whole thing, but the kid got shot in the first place because he asked his sister to shoot him because he killed someone.
Yeah,
because
he
didn't
knew
want to be alive.
I mean, Tenma didn't know that. He did what he fundamentally believed was right. He
was grappling with, if I knew what I knew now back then, would I have still saved the kid? And I think by the end of it, because he didn't kill Johan in the end.
No, he didn't. Did he?
So I don't think he would have gone back and changed.
We have just spoiled the whole thing at that point. Look, it's old enough. It's old enough for people. If you haven't seen it, fucking watch it. But
I have the Wi-Fi card.
Is it this one?
Oh, we are following technical
difficulties. Why is this
difficulties.
such a bougie Wi-Fi card?
Well, that's the issue. It's like Wi-Fi box now looks.
I know,
like a
Wi-Fi
box of celebrations with like Darth Vader's face on it.
Looks like it looks like the head of the Black Knight from Holy Grail.
Yeah, it does a bit actually. But anyway, yeah. So it's choosing the harder part, which is what Tenma did. It's that moral kind of battle.
It is the kind of thing where...
and then you find out everything at the end, and it's like...
Yeah.
Would he have done it? I feel like he would have. I think in that situation, it's like choosing someone at the end there.
I mean, because that's the thing, I guess... good question. Do you believe in a soul?
Do I believe in a soul? I think I do believe in a soul. But no, I can't quantify it, and I can't because a soul, what I fundamentally, it's like some gust of wind in your stomach or something like that. It's that thing. It's that.
Yeah.
Like I guess maybe because it links quite heavily to religion and the idea of your soul and your consciousness parting from, because I think your consciousness and your soul are pretty interconnected. I would like to think.
See, personally, I wouldn't believe in a kind of. I believe in spirituality and stuff like that. But for me, a soul is just a way of, if you're a soulful person and you've come with this moral code where you want to help people, I feel like it all just boils down to what helps you best succeed in life. Because I think when you have these self-imposed moral obligations, they can be beneficial to you or they can be a hindrance to you. But either way, if they're a hindrance to you physically, that your mind will be satiated by the fact that you've upheld your moral standards, and then you can live with yourself. You know what I mean? It's I think it just, for me, a soul is just a way of dealing with your moral impulses and how these moral impulses are formed. I don't know, but for me, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I
guess what happens when someone describes something as soulless or like an empty husk?
Well,
what is soulness?
I think I don't know.
What is soul? It's just
I wouldn't say anyone,
because I feel like
doesn't have a soul. But everyone has a soul.
People describe themselves.
I feel like a soul is just a moral code for me. you know.
But I still, yeah. I could see that, but not having a soul, then would you regard that as someone as not?
No, because I'd say not having a moral code is a moral code in a way. It's like how anarchism is a political belief. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which also at the same time is like,
which is like
it's yeah, but you could spin that with literally anything. You could be
exactly.
You could. That's the bullshit thing. It's bullshit.
I'm bullshit.
But it's bullshit. But it makes sense. It does make sense. It makes a lot of sense. But I would regard someone as soulless, not having anything. Like, what you look into someone and you can, I guess, tell that there is nothing, no warmth, just cold. And I feel like a soul is something that breathes life into you. And it is there. I guess it's kind of that weird. I guess it's like the weird Holy Spirit thing. Maybe because, obviously, I've grown up with more Christian kind of values that we both exactly we both have. But generally, it's that kind of idea of like, I guess, the Holy Spirit or something like that giving you life and that kind of thing.
I mean, in terms of that, it's. I mean, you know, I'm a Quaker, right? I guess, but I don't know. I appreciate the fact that they'll kind of, they're being a Quaker is a lot of different things. You can, you know, some people are like, you know, you can believe in God. Some people don't have to believe in God. It's not kind of about that, you know. And I don't fucking know at all. And I don't know what soul is. I don't know. All this stuff here is just an 18-year-old saying.
I can't like
imagine on recently. It's not. Yeah.
We will never know what exactly.
But it's like, I don't know. It's just, and I doubt I will know in the future. Who knows? I might. But it's like, right now, I don't know. It just.
I don't think you need to know.
Yeah.
You don't need to know. It's something that is
it's
just
like how faith is not needed for everyone.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it's part of you in some sense, but it's not, again, a quantifiable or describable thing. It is just either there or not. And it's basically whatever works for you. If you don't believe you have a soul or you don't have a soul, then whatever keeps you alive, you know? That's what it is. But it also sounds quite cool.
No, I love like, the idea of a soul.
The idea of a soul and stuff like that is really, and being probably quite a core part of human nature, your soul.
Because there is, I mean, it's at the end of personally as well, is like, you know, the idea of a soul is, I guess, what separates us from plants and animals, in the sense that I guess that's our consciousness and our ability to ask questions and answer questions.
But how do we know animals and plants don't have a soul and don't?
I know,
have a
and I'm sure they have a soul. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know. Well, I personally, I believe that we have as much as that. My approach is that we have as much of a soul in terms of then plants and animals. Just it's all about relationships and love, I guess, right?
Yeah.
You could put it on that it's about other people. Or
someone without a soul could not love or something like that.
Well, I don't know.
Or maybe not feel it. I mean, I'd consider you to have a soul. I think you do have a soul. But that, like...
I mean, you know...
He actually does. He actually does. He does. He has one of the largest souls I personally know.
I don't know.
And whether you agree with that, it doesn't matter, because that doesn't change how I view you, and that doesn't change how you view yourself. That's just a
that's
nice.
That's
it's just again, it's like an expression of love.
I do appreciate that.
In terms of human nature, it's very much. I'm very based on the fact it is all about love. And although love doesn't necessarily mean, oh yes, you're always really kind to someone, or you let shit slide, which is, I know, which is indeed what I do. Which is what I do a lot. I do it all the fucking time with everyone, regardless of how much I'd say I love them. But that's not necessarily a good thing. Again, it is about taking. You can love something, but it's about taking the harder path.
Love isn't all flowers and good smells.
No, honestly, a lot of the time it's like fucking piss and vomit and shit, especially with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially in like a pub.
But that's not love, right? That's just raw animal instinct.
That's just yeah, but raw animal instincts. Do you think animals and plants, if they do have a soul and consciousness, do they love? Are they capable of love?
See, I think
this is more like animal nature, but again, I guess it links to the animals.
That's
in a sense, but
for me, it's like we're animals. You know, we are no different from any of them. We just are top predators. And personally, I think any decision, like any moral code that we kind of have, is based, or a soul even, right, is based on what will help us survive. And I know we've got to a point now where our brains kind of are low-key counteracting our will to live, you know?
Yeah.
The suicide is one of the key things about that. I know there's suicide in the animal kingdom as well, I guess, but
yeah, but we can't really say to what extent.
But yeah, it's like
especially for men.
Yeah,
it's not highest levels of suicide out of,
yeah,
and especially like 18 to 25-year-olds and stuff like that, or actually, more like middle age kind of men, because generally, it's just a real problem that men. Obviously, this is very cliche. We're not very good at talking about how we feel.
Type
yeah, exactly. It's like we're not very.
We're
not supposed to be very good at talking about how we feel. I don't think.
No, I mean, I think.
Well, I mean, no, we are supposed to, but like the societal construct of we're not supposed to.
I think it's. I don't, because I know most people our age are kind of. We know that we're meant to talk about how we feel. And all that stuff, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. I personally find it quite difficult to talk about how I feel, or even feel emotions strongly.
I guess that.
So I don't know what it is, but
I guess it depends who you're around. Because I know talking to you, I know that you're an incredibly open person, but that could just be because of
I'm open.
Well, I know that you're not, but also I know that you are. This is the thing.
I can be open with. Obviously, I'm open with you guys, but it's just in terms of feeling stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like I can't remember the last time I cried. Like, you know, it's I don't know why that is, and I think that
maybe we just happen to not have actually come across something that has caused us to feel that sad. But there's plenty of stress. You can cry about anything. It depends on. You can literally cry. Like this man's a fucking baby. No, I'm joking.
That's a good thing.
Like I think recently I've been having a similar kind of. I do have a similar kind of thing to you. Although as I am very vulnerable, like I'm a very vulnerable person, and I like to talk about how I feel within us, suitable, and not like a. Oh, I mean, I don't particularly like talking about myself, but if I know that it's right and it's comfortable, then I will talk about it. But I've now semi-forgotten what I was going to say. That's quite annoying. Oh no!
It's like job number 1 on a podcast. You have to kind of remember.
Yeah, no, I can't. Yeah, exactly. I already let that slide.
Brad, it's okay. I don't.
I do have a game for today.
Oh!
Pass me the mic.
Yeah,
Just coming in clutch.
Right. So the game today is
Name that philosopher.
Only if I actually need some philosophers, which I do not. So that won't be the game today. The game today is some ethical dilemmas.
Oh, yes. Yes, that's a really fucking good idea.
Yes, I know. I just thought of that. I was very impressed. That's why I needed the Wi-Fi password. So I'm going to start off with the most easy peasy.
Is it the trolley problem?
The classic. Well, obviously, I need to say it and then I'll give it back to you. What, stand next to you? Yeah, but then...
No, but then he's sitting down. He's with the headphones in. Just deal with it.
Just deal with it. Okay,
sorry,
so...
Fred, I love you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't. So... that's my human nature. Okay, sorry. I'm not a guest on the podcast. I now think I am. Okay, so it's the...
Thanks.
They're throwing cigarettes across the table. Okay. Oh, has it gone up?
The camera turned off.
Oh.
That's probably for the best.
The camera turned off.
Okay,
we just noticed.
Anyway, okay, well, we'll sort that out in a second. Okay. It was. Okay, right, so, let's start. So we got the trolley dilemma. Everyone knows this. You're in a trolley, train, car, whatever, and there's 2 different roads. One road, you got the pregnant lass, and then on the other road, I don't know, let's say you've got an old guy named Stephen, and
don't say their names. That makes it so much worse.
well, now this is interesting, isn't it? So we're having a spin on this. So one road, pregnant lass. The other road, old guy named Stephen and his friend named John.
Is this who you hit?
Is John also old?
They are both old. These are the two paths. Choose wisely.
What track
So
was the train originally
so
on?
Are we supposed to go?
What track was the train? Who's it gonna hit if I don't change the track?
You choose which track to go down, right or left.
What? So we're in a trolley and we're about to hit someone.
So what happens if I don't choose? Then it will hit someone.
Well,
No,
because
but-
you're going
no, but
out. You
that-
have to make a decision.
No, but the thing is though, if you could, the decision is to change the track or not to change the track. That's a big aspect because leaving it means that it's kind of this is the track it inevitably was on, but changing it puts people who weren't in danger originally in the way of danger.
Okay, let's say pregnant is on the OG track. The John and I can't remember the other guy's name is on the other track. Stephen. John and Stephen are on the other track.
I think honestly. I was gonna say maybe just stick to the original.
Yeah, why? Just because they were the ones.
Yeah, they're in the road. It doesn't. Like,
They're in the
you
way.
can't-
You can't just kill those
you
random
can't
people
just
for no
go,
reason.
oh yeah, because they look. I mean, are they both old? So the pregnant woman will not be old.
No,
See, that's where
that's where the also.
that's
yeah.
where either. But you hit someone, you either kill the baby and. Oh yeah, all right.
I was gonna say, with this problem, I think it's more of a case of like the fact that you're actively making a decision either way. Like it doesn't matter if you leave it; you still by leaving it, you're still doing nothing.
Yeah.
But then again, like it depends. I don't know what you guys think of this, but like I think that if you leave it, in a way you have less responsibility. Which I guess the whole thing of like leaving it, I think in a way like you're less inclined to change it because by leaving it, you're not like directly making yourself.
That's the thing. It's like why they happen to be on the track.
They should have known
it's
that
just
the
very-
train was bloody gonna come.
Yeah,
to be
but
honest.
no, it's not.
Yeah.
I thought we were in a trolley.
Train, trolley, car.
So well,
You could do the
maybe
same thing with a
maybe
soft
the
rock
woman
car,
should have
it's not.
looked left and right. But that's not the point. Yeah.
Okay, choose now.
I'd personally, I'm gonna have to go with the old people because I'm fine with going to jail, but that for me, if that baby is gonna be brought into this world, like actually, I don't know because the baby's not technically alive yet.
It's a late pregnancy.
Okay.
Otherwise, that brings into a whole different moral.
Yeah.
She's going to the hospital. She's going to the hospital.
Is that why she's going in the area that's
So either you save two people, one at the very very start of their lives, one in the middling part of their well, young, still relatively young part. I don't know, relatively young part of their lives, or the two older people. You're more likely to kill both the older people, to be fair, or if you hit the woman, you're more likely potentially to kill the baby.
well, yeah. I mean, they're both gonna die.
I mean, at some point, if you're in a car, whatever, if you're going fast with momentum, I would also say, I guess the older people, just because they are at the end of their lives, but it's not exactly an easy thing. It's not something.
There's not.
But this is the thing.
It's I would probably say the old people just because I feel like personally if I was old and I had if someone asked me would I rather die I'd rather die in place of someone young and a new, someone at the start of their lives and I was really old and I'd already actually lived, I'd probably definitely say
Yeah, but that's
kill me.
yeah.
So,
But that's
I know that's not it's not my choice to make, but purely looking at it from my own perspective on things, which is what this is, I would have to say then I'd kill the old people. Just
Exactly.
even if it was if that the active decision of me changing the tracks would make me an accomplice,
But
make me a murderer, then I'd
technically
still do
those
that.
old people, because if you're coming at it from someone else's perspective, you don't know if they want to die.
No one wants to die.
No one wants to die.
But
So
if you
it's
were
very-
like 75 and you were being held at gunpoint and someone was like, kill me now, I'll kill one of you. One of them's a fucking pregnant woman, and one of you is like 75-year-old yourself, and like one of your mates, I guess. You know? Yeah. And then that guy fucking lives. You know. Spoiler. 2 spoilers.
Wait, it doesn't matter.
No, the child. I mean, you know, or the pregnant woman. Yeah.
Well, I guess. It would,
Anyway, next. Wait. Yeah. You'd agree?
I would agree,
but we could keep going on.
But you could keep on going. I would agree.
Next question.
Thank you for that, everyone. Right, okay, so the next one is, this is one I found online on 28 top moral dilemma questions. If you guys want to play at home, you know where to go. Right, okay, so hit and run this one is called. I chose this one because it included drunk people, and I thought that was a good topical. Right, okay. Late one night, you are driving home in a bad rainstorm. A drunk reels out in front of your car and you try to stop but hit him. Nobody sees you. The guy looks and smells as if he was homeless. You check to see how badly he is hurt and realise he is dead. You have never ever had a speeding ticket and are an upright professional with a family and well known and respected in your community. What do you do?
Yeah, I'd definitely turn myself in.
Yeah, I'd be like, look, I mean, no, you've just done something.
Yeah.
You've still killed this person.
Yeah.
It doesn't, like, yes, you're well respected. People around you will understand if you explain it to them. Yes, they were a drunk idiot in the road, but that still doesn't take away their right to live.
And realistically, if you're an upright and upstanding member of society,
then
you probably get off with something decent.
Yeah,
You'd
exactly.
maybe go to jail. You know, that's fine. But it's like, you know, I'd so much rather. If I had a family, I would not be able to face my family.
Exactly, you couldn't deal with the guilt. I mean, it's the gift of guilt. You could not deal with that. Yeah, it's a great song, but you couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't deal with that. I think that was quite an easy one actually. That was. Come on, Josh, do better.
Yeah, come on. Drunk people.
That was the website, you know. I did choose it because it's a drunk nerd.
Comment your fucking dilemma.
What do you think in the description below?
Would you murder a homeless man?
I know I would.
Would you sell your soul?
Okay, actually, I'm gonna try to think of one. Okay.
This is.
Right. You're walking down the street.
How all good dilemmas go.
It is.
You see hepatitis.
A nice evening. You see your friend who is in a relationship with someone who is also your friend. This friend is not with that person that they are in a relationship with, and they are making out with someone down that alleyway. What do you do? Do you
talk to your friend first, and then if they don't tell their spouse, then you tell the spouse?
But is that your?
Yes, it is.
Is that your responsibility?
Yes.
How close are you with that person? How close, Josh, on a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah, actually, that's a good point.
Okay, like, is it, Josh, is it like, as in like, for example, like, if Fred saw like Kai making out with someone else, or if Fred saw like me making out with someone else? Oh, I definitely. Like, so if it was Kai, it would be like either way, would you?
Yes.
You see Maddie making out with someone else.
Okay.
So the person is.
Obviously tell. I think it should be Kai, because then like, would you?
No, if it's me,
No, he'd want me to.
I'd want you to fucking tell me off, and if what I'd do is I'd tell the person that I'm friends with, if you don't fucking tell your spouse that you're doing this, then I will.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
Absolutely, definitely.
No, I think
my cheating policy is not.
Yeah, I mean, same.
Yeah.
It's just a bit on the zero. No, if I saw like, no, I would be telling the other person straight away, because that is bullshit.
Yeah.
That is absolute straight bullshit.
Yeah.
Obviously, and if you do, it probably would be better in the long term, because at least you can talk it out. It could be a range of things, because obviously with the first observations, you're just like, oh my god, this person's making out with this other person, I guess, in an alleyway. Like, I mean, that could mean multiple things.
I mean,
to be fair,
for me, it doesn't really mean anything apart from.
Well, I mean, it could just be why in an alleyway? Why, to be secretive, or to be because you've been taken away there, or what? So, I mean, either way, you just talk to your friend. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
As much of
I added another layer to the ethical
what's
dilemma.
the next layer?
You see them, but you're not entirely sure what is going on. Are they getting with, or are they not getting with?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then is it worth?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
If you can't really see what's going on, but you can recognise your friend, then I feel like it's, you know.
What?
It's just the
Yeah.
clarification. It's just to clear it up.
It's the clarification. I saw you down an alley, dark alley one night,
Mm.
doing
It's-
strange
it's the
things.
trust. Why the fuck are you down in a dark alley? You know, like,
Yeah.
Why
Fair
are
point.
You ask that question anyway because you're like, why are you in?
I don't know. I mean, you can ask Jimbo. Oh, what? Is that the question?
What?
It's like, no, I'm
What?
just saying, like, if you see someone.
Wait,
down-
you
What?
have a mind.
Thank you.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
If you see someone
Yeah.
down a dark alleyway and
Yeah.
it's your friend,
Yeah.
potentially or not,
Potentially.
making out with someone else,
Yeah.
you'd still probably say something just to get some form of clarification.
What? Just then?
Yeah.
Or in general, because they're in a dark alleyway.
Well, yeah, just in general. Well, you wouldn't say something directly to them. You'd go to the person, whoever's spout that you assume it might be.
No, I'd say to them and then I suppose.
Yeah.
So I already said that before.
Oh. Well, I mean,
All right. I would like my mic back soon.
I can't think of any other ethical dilemmas.
Can you have a look at more ethical dilemmas on the website?
Okay, I can. Yeah, Maddie will be a lot better at this than I am. What about some real life examples of ethical dilemmas? Okay.
If a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it, how many light bulbs does it take for a banker to screw it in?
25.5.
None, because the banker would not give a single shit. Like, it wouldn't make a difference, would it?
These are all a bit shit.
Oh, you forgot about the tree aspect.
Yeah, the tree. Would a banker care about a tree falling over somewhere in the middle of nowhere?
On Reddit will know.
I came here for a debate. I didn't come here for
Oh, you got some criticism now.
This is one. I think it was in Batman. This was like a thing that happened.
Is my mic working?
Okay, so basically, like, you are
Bing.
working
Bong.
for MI5.
Sorry,
I don't
carry
remember exactly. I haven't seen that many Batman movies, so I don't. I haven't actually seen this, but I know this is a thing in Batman. Like, there's like two boats.
Oh, the prisoner boat.
The boats,
one,
yeah. Like, so there's like a boat full of prisoners and a boat full of like just like a party boat. And there's like a missile coming towards them, and you can change it towards one of the two. Is that it?
Well, what it was there were two boats. Each boat one's a boat full of convicts, one's a
Yeah,
boat full of
yeah,
regular
yeah.
people, and both boats have been given a bomb, a detonator,
Yeah.
to blow up the other boat and save themselves,
Yeah.
or not blow up the other boat
Yeah.
and risk being blown up themselves by the other boat. So that was what they were trying to do, but then they solved it by just no one detonated it, and then both boats
Yeah,
survived.
I know, but like ethically though, which one would you blow up?
If you had to blow up one
If you
boat,
had to blow up one, I guess this is the thing. It depends on the prisoners, but most likely the prisoners.
What if they were like prisoners who were just being released, like they were all being released on that day, they'd all been in jail for a very long time?
But they all had a potential. Well, if they were in jail for a very long time, they still equally have the potential of doing something worse and then going back in. I guess everyone on the party boat technically could as well, but they have not necessarily done anything yet.
this
so
boils
could you
down
tell?
to prison reform. Yes, the prison system.
Oh,
This is what it boils down to. Because if it was actually a prison for the sake of reforming people, then they'd be alright.
Then they'd be okay. But
and
if
who knows?
they
There could be a fucking serial rapist on the Citizen boat that just hasn't been caught yet.
exactly.
You know what I mean? So it is,
But I guess it comes down to numbers. Then you have a group of people who
Yeah.
have already been schmucks, and there is a whatever the fuck chance of them doing it again or not, or the chance of a group of people who most likely haven't done anything yet, with a few oddballs. It's like you take out the majority of the bad or some of the bad.
Personally, I would not make a decision.
Neither would I, but this is the issue. We have to make a decision, guy.
Not really. I would absolve.
I would.
Yes.
Yeah, I
For
guess.
the sake of my own sanity, I know it's not a good thing to do, but I could not deal with making that kind of choice. Yeah. And I know it's selfish, but realistically, I'm not trying to make a decision like that. I'd fucking, But then, who knows? If both of them blew up and I was fine, then it is what it is. Or you could leave it up to chance, or just like flip a coin or something.
Definitely just leave it up to chance first, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, would you rather murder someone to save 5 people, or not murder anyone and then, 7 people die?
Oh, because every life counts.
That's how much you value a human life, I guess.
Yeah. Every life totally counts, but it's also for the sake of the majority.
For the sake of the majority,
one life worth 7 lives, but every individual life is worth something.
See, at that point, I genuinely.
So that. Ooh.
And just base human life. No other shit like their name's Stephen, John, and fucking Graham. It's not about that. It's it's just human lives for the sake of human lives, irregardless of whatever they've done. So
killing someone who hasn't actually done anything wrong and then saving the rest of them.
No, as in it doesn't even matter what they've done in their lives. You have no idea. 7 random people, 5 random people, 1 random person. You have no background information. It's nothing to do with who they are. There's no choice in that aspect of it. It is just purely the value of a human life. And if you're willing to forcibly take a human life, and would you rather let more people die to extraneous factors that would you rather let more people die for the sake of your own values, or let your values fall away for the sake of the majority of people?
I think, unfortunately, in that situation, probably let my values fall away for the sake of the majority.
Yeah.
But
I would say that.
Every
but then,
person, because
that's
it
the
just
thing. A lot of these,
I
say this now, but realistically, in that situation, I have no fucking idea what I do.
Yeah, neither do I. Well, let's hope we never end up in a situation like that. I don't think we ever will.
Yeah.
Well, I highly doubt.
One would hope so.
Well, let's.
Wait, are you videoing? Should we do a clap?
Oh, we
okay,
clapping.
I'll do the clap. Wait, I do one clap. You do a clap.
All right, fine then.
Now rate the claps.
So,
I'm trying to do some networking here.
Yeah.
Would you rather?
He's trying to expand the franchise forward with his the BenchTime will take over the world.
Representation of the People Act. The gonorrhea aspect.
Why the gonorrhea aspect?
Wait, which STD is called the clap again? Is it herpes?
I don't know.
Chlamydia.
It's
that's
chlamydia.
it.
Oh, honestly, I've clapped you so many times, and it's actually ridiculous. Your
Anyway.
balls are literally just hanging off more.
Soren Kierkegaard.
So bad. So, anyway, yeah. That was a bit of a derail of human nature. To be fair,
derail,
I think that was
nice.
a bit
I like that.
a derail of human nature.
Yeah. Is that the end of the ethical dilemma game?
Okay, well, I guess the ethical dilemma game ended in fire, and we were forced to choose, arguably, the easier paths.
Indeed.
But
Oh, for frick's sake! It's just me, I think.
Fred, what are you? It's because you're magnetized.
Okay, well, I wanted to talk about. Have you guys heard of Descartes? Like the
Oh, yeah.
Because he's my favorite.
What, Descartes?
Descartes. Basically, he came up with this question of like, does the mind, the concept of like the separation of body and mind, and of like, does the mind rule the body, or is the body ruling the mind? This is what I was thought. What are your ops on Descartes?
Well, I'm to be fair, that is like the. I know I said Kierkegaard as a joke, but he's got that. This is very distracting. He's got that thing where it's like there are 2 types of people: the moral person and the animalistic person. thing. He used different
The
terms than that,
animalistic
probably.
person
But it's
technically
like-
still has morals.
But it's
What
more.
do you guys?
He was
morals
he
are
was
all
he
very
was a Christian,
subjective.
so it's like, would you? It's like the kind of thing where the moral person is controlled by the mind and controlled by a conscience, and that they can live a potentially
Yeah,
miserable
but the
life for
animalistic
sake of
person
that.
is also controlled by the mind. Everything
Is
is
that what
controlled.
you'd say? You'd
Yeah.
say everything's controlled by the mind.
Definitely, 100%. The mind is everything. It reacts to all external factors. It is
I mean, okay, mind, brain, or do you mean mind as in like
mind and brain and
perspective,
anything.
conscience?
The brain is like the physical body.
Yeah.
And then like the
Yeah.
mind is like a
Yeah.
not a tangible thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking,
Well, the mind and the brain together. That's what I'm talking about.
But yeah,
As a physical
we're not
thing.
talking about just the brain and the synapses and everything,
Oh,
just as
okay.
in like a higher conscience kind
The
of thing.
higher conscience,
Yeah, like just a conscience,
a conscience.
like a rational conscience, not because the mind is part of the body.
I guess, and you don't consciously necessarily go out your way to.
Body and find the mind.
Yes.
So,
Yeah,
it's like the mind is in like how you go about.
What you
Yeah.
consciously think.
Yeah,
What you consciously think.
yeah,
I don't think we really understand the brain enough to really give a definitive answer on that. That's the issue.
yeah. I mean, I know
Because your mind
everything's
is part
the
of
brain.
this. Your mind is part of this
but probably
physical
from a
thing.
theological kind of
From a theological perspective, but that is all still part of some physical.
You're dodging the
form.
question here. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, not.
Yes, you are.
I am. It's because it's such a your mind, whether consciously or subconsciously. I guess the subconsciousness would be your brain, but when you describe consciousness, the subconsciousness, people use the term subconsciousness still. It's like it's always in the back of your head.
Yeah, but we are our brains. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, the question was, I know the question said mind, but it's in terms of what you think. Not, I know that's part of your brain.
But what you think, I guess,
But it's
I
like-
guess when it
I
comes to
guess
like
it's more like your ideas and how you theoretically your ideas dictate how you act compared to your kind of just I want to have a cigarette, so I'm going to have a cigarette kind of
Yeah.
thing. You know what
Well,
I mean?
that's addiction. That's external forces on your physical brain. That's chemicals in your physical brain.
I'm sick of this biology guy. Just answer the fucking question. You can go around
I'll tell
this.
you what. I'll tell you what. Fear. Fear. Some
Yeah, okay.
things you are consciously scared of because of
Keep talking.
because of your life experiences, of the environment you have brought up. I know I'm scared of clowns because I've seen clowns and they're scary. But when I think of going up on stage and playing music, fundamentally, that to my brain, that's not scary. But when you're there, you are scared, aren't you?
Yeah.
But why? That's
Okay.
not you don't consciously want to be scared, do you? That's a physical reaction to keep
That's a good
you
point.
alive, to keep you safe from embarrassment and stuff like that. It's not like the same kind of, oh, I'm fighting this mammoth, so I must go into overdrive. But it's just the conditioning we've grown up in.
That is a good point. It's true.
Because I'm scared a lot of the time. I am fucking terrified of everything, as these people know. This guy looks like.
Fred, I've got a really good question for you.
All right, what is your question?
Because I know you want to do war studies, and this is a good question about human nature.
Ah, fucking hell.
So the question is war the natural outgrowth of human nature?
Odds on he's going to talk about technological development during war.
I think it is also part of human nature, as optimistic as it is. It's part of, again, selfishness and greed. It's selfishness and greed that pushes people to want more and more and more, and so you get it.
What if you're going to war for your religion, for what you believe in?
For what you believe in, it's. I guess that's defending something that. I guess maybe not in that I'm really.
I would say that is human nature.
But that is part of human nature because you feel
Yeah.
strongly about something. You feel strongly about wanting more oil because you know it makes you more money.
Yes, you know,
You feel, either way,
money is a religion in some cases.
yeah,
you know?
exactly. It rules the world.
Yeah.
Like, however many people believe in Christianity or Islam or something like that, it rules you in some kind of way, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know, it's about faith and it's about fear of what's going to happen after you fucking die. It's about a lot of different things, and you know, that's realistically for me, war is about death, and people go to war for things which mean more.
War
to them
is
than
not.
death.
War is not necessarily war. What I would say more with the code of honor and stuff like that. Yes, it was about death.
Yeah, but
and that
because
kind
the
of thing.
code of honor means
But-
more than dying. If they died and had a code of honor, that is more important to them than the fear of death.
than actual death. But
Yeah.
see, now I've once again forgotten what I was going to say. But it's not about death because there is a lot. Well, it's about death, but physically it's about death. But there's a lot that goes into preserving life during war.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's so much. The efforts in
Yeah,
like
just so you can
Afghanistan.
win.
It's just
Yeah.
so the effort to put into your own people to live and outlast, and then kill these other people. If not kill them,
Beat them.
subdue them,
Yeah.
scare them enough into just beat them in some way. People don't want to kill each other. Most people don't want to go around killing each other.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason that the people who want people dead aren't on the battlefield.
Just fucking talk. What?
That's what time is? How much we got left?
You're 10 minutes over.
10 minutes over.
What? 45 minutes?
It's 56 minutes.
Oh, well, that's normal.
All right. Do you want to? Wait, what time are you saying now? We should we should like save time by talking about this before we do this.
Yeah, we should. But it's because we get distracted by certain dilemmas.
I'm saying 5 past 10 past. Just so you can finish your point.
But now I've lost my trail on what my point
God damn
was.
it.
So now I can't.
It's bloody man.
No, I can't. But it's a part of human nature to defend what you want and what
Yeah.
you need. It's putting yourself forward. Like when you're defending yourself, like in terms of religion, defending your religion. It's like it's still putting that religion first. It's still.
Yeah. I mean, for me, war has too many deep layers to just
Well, I
kind of
mean,
boil it
yeah.
down to this. I mean, I know war is effectively the people fighting, but there's so many, like, you know, obviously you got like jihad, which is like defending your religion, but then you got something like, you know, the Crusades, for example,
Which was
about spreading their religion. It's a form of nationalism, and it's like expansion nationalism.
well, in a sense, but could you say? I guess Christianity and religion is part. You can call it nations, yeah. Yeah.
It's like a pan.
It just depends on how. Yeah. How you what you base a nation off.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
but it's just, I don't know. The whole thing for me just boils down to the fact that people get fucking scared into fighting other people. They either, whether it's someone saying that this is the enemy, someone saying this is someone encroaching on your land or what you hold dear. You know what I mean? You do this and you'll get into heaven. You do this and you can defend your honor. It's like, for me, it's just war is human nature, because people care about things and love them enough to hurt other people. in order to
People
protect
do,
them.
yeah.
It's about love and it's about death. It's about
How
what you
intertwined they
value
are.
more than dying, but that's based in love, you know. And I think that is just inevitably fear
Or
of death
for-
and love are part of things of human nature that no
The-
one can ever get rid of,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, it's for the greater good.
Yeah.
It's in those terms. You're doing this because you believe it is right, and you can't be swayed in any other direction from that being right. So it's very animalistic. That's what it is. It's very animalistic.
Yeah.
Human nature is very, very animalistic, but because obviously we have advanced far enough to have that opportunity and the ability and the consciousness to say, no, maybe we shouldn't just do that. And that's the most important thing.
Well, it's weird. I was thinking it's like the I think I told Maddie about this, but it's the Thomas Friedman the Golden Arches theory. Have you heard of it?
Well, I've heard of it. Yeah,
It's the theory that no countries that have McDonald's ever go to war with each other, because the population that buys McDonald's is a very middle class population.
Yeah.
And they have more to lose, and they don't want to go to war because they've got shit to lose. They want to just enjoy life.
Look at Russia now. They've lost all their Mackies,
Exactly.
and it's
That's
like
what is
they're running
scary
low on
about it.
those fucking quarter pounders.
McDonald's got rid of is removed all their McDonald's from Russia, and that's what's scary, because it's like, you know, it's getting rid of like one of the only positive aspects of chain globalization, where you see a McDonald's in Russia and you see a McDonald's in West Ealing. It's like, you know, it's a sense of home, and it feels more humanized, and you feel more connected to the people because you have a shared experience.
Yeah.
But it's like getting rid of that
Removing
creates more
that.
polarization. You know what I mean? It's not.
And anger.
It is. Oh, I think that might be my dad.
Oh well, there we go. But
Hello? Oh, is it Saren? Hey, we're recording the podcast.
Hi, how is it?
It's going alright. This is my sister. Who is that? Oh, hello. This is.
fuck's sake.
Yeah, well. Yeah, Mum gave it to me.
Right, we're gonna have to cut this bit out.
Anyway, yeah, we might have to. Alright, bye bye. Anyway. I've lost my train.
I thought you see now you understand how annoying
Well,
it is.
I'm on the
Because we
edges
went
of
into
the
this
train.
big topic and we've been talking considerably more seriously about it.
Yeah, there's been less jovial
There is,
nature.
but maybe because I'm just
to-
tired and
Yeah, I think we're all a bit tired because me and Fred got very drunk last night. I got very drunk
I
last
got
night.
pretty drunk
Yeah.
last night. I haven't been drunk in quite a while. See, that's our human nature. That's what you can take away from BenchTime.
I'm animalistic, bro. I'm just.
Well,
if I need a drink,
I'm guzzling. I'm going.
Can I have a fag?
Oh yeah, sure.
Thank you.
It's just, but you know, human nature, enjoying what you got. That's what it is.
Yeah.
No, it's not. That's not what it is, but it's part of it.
Yeah, I mean, it is part of it. It's
just-
love and wanting. It's taking value in things. You know, it's weird. I think.
Taking value in what's around you, the resources, the people, the experiences that ultimately grow you and push you forward.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, looking at someone like Dharavi, which is a slum in Mumbai. You know, it's fucking terrible. There's like water once a day from hoses. You know, like there's child mortality rates are fucking skyrocketing right next to one of the most expensive houses in the entire in the world. And it's like the happiness rates there are way higher than anywhere else because of their strong sense of community. Despite having way more, one of the highest infant mortality rates in the world, their overall happiness is incredible, which just kind of,
that's what
it goes to show how little we fucking know about human nature, to be honest.
and it goes to show how much we actually need to value each other around us. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, I think it would benefit all of us. Having that sense of community in that one place is probably incredible,
Yeah.
and we can't really get that in the middle of fucking West London, filled with all this shit.
Capitalism.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Look, we can save that till later. we can hold that thought.
All right.
I believe it may be time to end though.
Is there anything we want to close off on, or is it?
Kai,
I don't know how
I
to
know
do
that
this.
your human nature is one of a skunk. No, it's
Because I'm
a
ponky.
beautiful thing. That's what it is.
And I would say the same thing to you, and I really respect the fact that you just kind of believe that love is for loving for the sake of love, you know.
Well, it's all about loving for the same. I was made for loving you, baby.
You were made for loving me. Is that really how we're gonna end? That is terrible.
I mean, well, I think that was very. Yeah, no, it's a bit anticlimactic.
Okay,
at the
okay.
moment.
Uh,
Right, how do you want to end it? How are you
Do you wanna
feeling
end
with
it?
human nature?
um,
On a human nature thought.
human nature thought we're all gonna die. None of this matters, and the planet's fucked as well. So don't worry about it.
And nothing else matters.
All of human knowledge is gonna be lost to other humans.
And thus they will turn to dust and never to be seen ever again in the waves.
Welcome to the this is the fun.
Welcome to the machine.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of
The only thing that will survive
Today's
is Pink
topic
Floyd.
is that which is at the bottom of the
Honestly,
screen.
is that a bad
Changed
thing?
every single time.
Debatable.
Hope you enjoy.